Hello, and welcome to this edition of Ask NCM. My name is Rick Wegley, and today's question is, how is effective labor rate calculated? Well, first of all, the math for effective labor rate is your labor dollars sales divided by your total billed technician hours. That is going to give you what we call a blended effective labor rate. The reason I say blended effective labor rate is because you actually have multiple different effective labor rates in your department. The blended effective labor rate is a combination of all of your competitive maintenance services, your repair services, your precision repair services, and in one number. It takes total dollar labor sales divided by total technician billed hours. Now, when you start breaking it down to competitive, if you start looking at oil changes, for example, your effective labor rate for an oil change service to try to stay competitive has been reduced. You may be having a $30 an hour effective labor rate for that type of service. Your transmission repair, which is more of a precision repair, maybe a dealer-only item, you may be at $125 effective rate for that type of repair. The wear mix in between could be brake services and alignments, which will typically run between $60 to $80 effective labor rate. The key thing is to know what your work mix is, and you can plan your work. What you do is you can actually calculate a targeted effective labor rate based on your work mix, and then you can adjust your labor rates on those categories accordingly. Also, effective labor rate can be impacted pretty dramatically by discounting by service advisors, because we are taking a total dollar labor sale divided by technician billed hours. If we're discounting the sale price on that, we're not discounting the hours, we're still paying the same amount of money. That will affect your gross profit. It will not reduce your effective rate, but it will affect your gross profit. If you have any questions on this, we take a deep dive more into this during our NCM courses for service management, levels 1, level 2, and on the mastery courses. And if you have any questions that you'd like to see answered on a future edition of Ask NCM, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.